So I'm going to talk about the evolution of desire. Let's start when we were little babies, right? So we're little babies, we're born, we're learning how to walk, we're learning how to talk. Let's talk about walking. When you're trying to walk, you fall a few times, you try to get back to your feet, you fall a few times. It's bound to happen. First experience, it's okay being, having to fall a few times before you master something. Now here's the thing, you always got back up to your feet. You always had a desire because you knew at the end of the day you wanted to walk like Dad and Mom. You didn't want to be the one that collapses every couple minutes. Can you imagine if you didn't have the desire for that and you gave up? I mean, you'd be crawling to my meeting right now, and that's not, we can't be having that in here. So let's go to the next step in evolution. Now you've grown up a bit. Now you go to the Walmart or the Toys R Us and you look around, the girls, you see the Barbie dolls, guys, you see the action figures, and what do? We dive on the ground, head first, crying our butts off, saying, I want that toy, I'm not leaving until you drag my hair and get me out of here. So that's a very major thing that we do back then. Our desire for that action figure and that, whatever it is that we wanted was so big that we're not leaving unless our parents rip off one of our limbs. So it's a huge desire at that age. Let's go up another level. Now we're becoming teenagers. What happens now? Can we all agree that we're a little too old to be still diving down to the ground crying? I guess that doesn't fly anymore. However, what else are we doing? We're taking down the posters of all our role models that we used to have. We're throwing away the action figures and the toys and the cars that we used to always want. We're growing out of our desires, guys. And that's one of the things that's happening as we're getting older. And the reason for that, I'll tell you the number one reason why we're throwing away desires is because we're afraid of the critics. We're afraid of all the people around you that are telling you every day, and I promise you, if it hasn't happened, it will happen. Someone will come up to you and they'll tell you you can't do it. Someone will come up to you and they'll tell you that, you know what, I don't think you should try it because you're not good enough for it. And someone will tell you you should quit. And what happens when you take their advice? Here's another quote for you if you want to write this down. If you buy into someone's advice, you buy into their lifestyle. You're accepting that you want to be what it is that they're living. And that's one of the things that made me realize that I need to start tuning out what everyone is trying to tell me, and I need to start tuning into what it is that I want to do with my life. The question that I ask when people give me advice is, hey, are you paying for my education? Are you paying for my bills? Are you going to be the one that puts food on my plate? If the answer is no, then I don't need to hear what you want to say. Why should I let you take away my dream?